For over 80 years, Wittrock Motor Company, a third-generation family-owned dealership, has been investing in the Carroll area since 1935. The story begins there, in 1935, when Michael August Wittrock went to work for his cousin, Kelly Stallman, at Stallman Motor Company in Carroll. Then in 1940, Wittrock bought the dealership and is still in continuous family ownership. In 1970, Wittrock bought a familiar and historic building from Mort Mackey, previously McCoy Motors. That building, which sits at Highway 30 and North Carroll Street, housed the dealership until 2005, when Mike's son Michael Ernest and grandson Kevin moved to the new facility, which anchors the west side of Carroll at Highway 30 and 71. All along the way, the Wittrock family has been a huge part of the Carroll area and will continue to do so. Wittrock Motor Company of Carroll since 1940.
Hello everybody, Jeff Blankman with you here. Of course, we've got Lance Clayburg. He is our Wittrock Motor Company student athlete, spotlight of the month for the month of December. And Lance, congratulations on the honor. I appreciate you joining us here today.
Thank you very much.
Lance, of course, of Coon Rapids-Bayard. We're down here next to Coach Meyer's office here in the classroom down in Coon Rapids as we do the interview here today. And anybody that follows us on sports or follows Coon Rapids-Bayard with sports certainly knows Lance Clayburg, one of the top athletes down here for the Crusaders, one of the top athletes in the Rolling Valley. I'm trying to think here, basketball, baseball, football, and track are the four sports that he's involved in. Let's start with sports. That's where I know you the most from. Out of all of those sports, do you have a favorite, or do you just enjoy being an all-around athlete?
Yeah, I'd definitely say all around. It's fun to be with my friends is the biggest thing. Just have fun, make memories that'll last a long time. And to be good at it is a whole different thing. And it takes more than one guy to be good at something. So
when did you start playing athletics and realize that you enjoyed it? How young were you?
Oh, really little. Our family's pretty big on it. We, I don't know, just backyard anything really. It's our family's pretty big in sports. So that's how I kind of got into it, as long as I know.
Tell us about your family.
They're awesome, I guess. I don't know. I like being around them. We do a lot together. We go to church on Sunday. Every Sunday we have brunch together afterwards. Well, of the town. I have a lot of family that lives in Coon, so that's really fun. That's pretty awesome.
Tell us a little bit about your mom, your dad, any brothers, sisters that you have, and tell us kind of what they do, especially your parents.
Yeah. My parents both come from somewhat athletic backgrounds. Mom likes to say she's more athletic than Dad, but that's how it always is, I guess. I have two younger sisters. Breely, she's pretty dominant on the basketball court. She's thrown me around a couple times, believe it or not. Malia's getting there. She's a freshman. They're both very fun to watch, and very proud of both of them, so that's pretty awesome.
Did you three kind of grow up then playing against each other in the backyard?
A little bit. It was more me and my older cousin Ethan whenever he came back, and then the Haydens, Cal, Ty. Yeah, you'll see them soon, but they're a little younger.
Yeah, absolutely. You do have an extensive family down here. How much do you get a chance to spend time with family and just doing family things?
I'd say a lot of time. Anytime we have free time, really, you can. Ty and them are all getting phones now, so I can text them and say, hey, what are you up to, So yeah, we hunt a lot too, so we spend a lot of time doing that these few months right here. So
what does Lance Clayburg do when you're not in school or playing sports? Because you're busy with both of those a lot.
Yeah, those do take up most of my time. I'd say, I don't know, I just hang out a lot. I had a job over the summer, obviously, so my summer's pretty busy. But during the school months, hunting takes that up till about like January. And after January, it's pretty much a lull. I kind of just mesh around, hang out. I volunteer a little bit. There's a couple school things I participate in as well, aside from sports. But other than that, not a whole lot.
Let's talk hunting first of all. Then we'll talk about the volunteer stuff that you do around town. I'm assuming pheasant season means you kind of mentioned early January. Do you deer hunt? What kind of hunting do you all do?
A little bit of everything that's legal. We do, we coon hunt, we coyote hunt, we deer hunt, we pheasant hunt, we everything. Squirrel, rabbit, you bet.
What are your favorites of those?
Probably turkey. Turkey's probably my favorite, and pheasant, of course. But,
what do you enjoy about turkey hunting?
They're just the most active. Everything else you're kind of waiting, and yeah, I'd say they're the most active.
Dad get you into that? Brothers, cousins, uncles? Who got you into all the hunting?
All of the above. It's a family pastime, I guess. So, yeah.
Fishing? Do you do that in the summertime, or are you guys mainly a hunting family?
We do a little bit of both. We have a Minnesota vacation. We go up to Minnesota for a week. We rent out some cabins up there and bring our boats and whatnot, and basically fish for a week while the girls swim and whatnot, and yeah, it's just a fun family vacation. So.
I love to go to Minnesota and fish walleye territory. Is you fishing for walleye, muskie? What do you fish for when you're up in Minnesota?
A little bit of everything. We don't really target a specific species. We just kind of go up and fish. Whatever we catch, we catch.
Favorite fish to eat?
Walleye,
Walleye.
for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. So you mentioned you volunteer. I think you told me that was part of the Main Street program here in town. What are some of the different things that you've volunteered for in the last few years?
Well, a big one before COVID actually was playing bingo with nursing home residents. That was probably a highlight of my younger years or pre-high school years. And then after that, we do Main Street Coon Rapids is what we call it. They organize events and just all sorts of stuff that you can help volunteer for. A volunteer is always needed, so it's pretty easy to find around here, volunteer spots.
What led you to get into the bingo part of it with the volunteering? How did you choose that, or did they kind of stick you in it, and then did you develop a kind of a love for bingo?
Pretty much my mom. She threw me into stuff, and it just kind of clicked, I guess. I like talking to people. I like being around people, and to hear positive effects you have on other people is huge. So.
Do you want to talk about any of the people that maybe you talked to when you were at the nursing home here in town and playing bingo? Who were some of the people that you connected with really well?
John was his name. He's missing a few teeth and his hearing's pretty hard, but he's pretty fun to talk to. He has a lot of stories and he's just very knowledgeable. He's awesome.
I get the sense that you still have a relationship with him here today.
A little bit, as much as I can see him. It was tough to get down in there for a while, and it still is a little bit, but it's getting easier. So, yeah.
Do you do much work with the young kids or anything? Help out with basketball camps or those type of events as well?
Yeah, for sure. So, Student Council and National Honor Society here, they do a pretty good job at that. So, a few of the things we've done so far this year, we've read to I read to the kindergartners or second graders. I'm pretty sure it's the second graders, actually. And so we read books to them, and we spend time with them. I remember one time during my study hall period, I usually take naps in the gym, and they weren't able to go outside one day it was raining or something, I can't remember whatnot, but just hung out and played basketball and whatnot with them, and that's pretty fun. It's just, I don't know. It's fun to, I don't know.
Do you remember what you read to them?
It was the Laura Ingalls Wilder book. So.
Had you ever read it before?
Oh yeah, plenty of times, yeah.
Okay. So do you realize the impact you have on kids of that age, and they look up to all of you high school guys, and there's a few of them sitting behind the camera right now, folks that are not on the camera listening to the interview here today, but do you guys realize the impact you have on the young kids in your community just being athletes and being student athletes like you are?
I guess I would say yes, because I don't know, when you see them in public and whatnot, you give them a fist bump and they run up to you and say, hey, what's up? You know, it's just awesome. It's a good feeling to know that you're having a positive impact on someone else. So.
You mentioned your family and going to church. Family seems like it's extremely important to you. I'm assuming that was something that you were taught very young by mom and dad?
Oh yeah, we were scolded pretty hard if we fought with anyone. So, mainly my sisters, but yeah, that kind of started early, and then I don't know, it's just family, you know.
So you mentioned scolded if you fought with your sisters, but you're able to play sports with them. Who usually wins those sporting events? Because this is a pretty athletic family, folks.
It depends how nice I want to be, is what I say. Brady would say something else, and Malia would, of course, say something else.
Yes.
But, yeah, it depends how nice I'm feeling.
You mentioned that Breely gets the best of you now and then. How physical are those games between you two sometimes?
She doesn't mess around, that's for sure. Neither does Malia. She's not as dominant as Breely, but she doesn't mess around. So it's just fun. It's competitive. So yeah.
Class, National Honor Society, folks. He's not just a terrific athlete. He's also a great student here, and that's part of the reason why he is our Wittrock Motor Student Athlete Spotlight Athlete of the Month here. Again, talking to Lance Clayburg with Coon Rapids-Bayard. Why is school so important? What are your favorite subjects in school?
My favorite subjects are definitely math. I don't know. School's just always been important to me because it's just something to work at. It gives me something to do and really focus on, and I don't want to really say prepare me for my further years, but it'll be I'm planning on going to college, so it's getting me ready for that, and then favorite
subject here in school?
Definitely math. It's the one I'm best at, so it just comes naturally. Everything else kind of struggle at. So, yeah, definitely math. Anything math.
So the major going to have something to do with math? Is that what you want to do in the future, or no?
Yeah, I think so. I plan on it. I'm not set in stone on anything yet, but definitely incorporate that in there somewhere. So,
favorite teacher? Or teachers? Yeah, sometimes you can have more than one.
Yeah, I have plenty. Probably Miss Hayden or Jessica. She's my aunt. She's Cal's mom. So, yeah, definitely that.
What is it about Miss Hayden that makes her your favorite teacher?
She's my aunt, so we spend all sorts of time together, and then she's just easy to joke around with, easy to relate to, just awesome. And I spend most of my time with her. I think like almost half of my school day is spent in her classroom. So, yeah.
Let's talk athletics now. Coming into the basketball season, you guys are going to be young, but I think pretty talented this year. You're going to be one of the leaders, have been for the last couple of years, but now as a senior, more pressure on you as that leader. What's the outlook do you feel for this team, and what is it about basketball that you enjoy?
Definitely optimistic. We have a lot of inexperienced younger guys coming up, but I think they'll feel it just fine. They know how to play basketball, and hopefully we can form some relationships and understand each other just on the court. And I mean, that's how you get good at basketball, is having good teammates. So looking forward to that.
How often do you guys play pickup games against each other just to kind of get that comfort level?
Sunday nights we open the gym up here at school, and some of the old heads come in, and yeah, we just play some pickup on Sunday night. We call it Sunday night ball. So.
When you say the old heads, who are the old heads? Who are the other guys that come in and play?
Yeah, a couple of the ones who like to talk the most smack is probably Kaylor Deef, definitely him. Schwenk comes in sometimes, Michael Schwenk.
Yep.
Jake Esdor comes in sometimes. Yep. I haven't been in a while, so I'm not sure who recently comes, but Ben Obert has definitely came. Colby Heidoff, Corey Heidoff, Chase Heidoff, the Heidoffs, sorry. It's pretty good competitiveness. We get after it pretty good, so. Yeah.
Football season just wrapped up. You were injured late in the season, played a little hurt late in the season. What did you love about the sport of football?
I don't know, just the camaraderie you get. Football is kind of the sport that everyone plays. You know, basketball, you don't get a couple of the guys because they wrestle, and then baseball, some of the guys just work during the summer and do their own thing. So football is really the only sport where I get all of my friends in one sport. So I'd just say the camaraderie of football is probably my favorite thing.
In baseball, you guys are always good under Coach Waddle. You can just chalk it up that you're going to contend for a conference title every year. What is it about baseball in this community and with what Coach Waddle's been able to build?
Yeah, I'd say baseball is probably our most backed sport. I don't really know. It's very privileged to be able to play under someone who's so knowledgeable and so just wise and calm and collected, and everything he says you can take and build on. He doesn't waste words, so yeah, he's just really good.
Any thoughts for you of playing something at the next level, or when your senior baseball season is over, do you want to just go on and be a student and kind of enjoy your time in college?
Yeah, I haven't actually decided on that. I think I'll decide that after baseball, and I know that's late, but I'll really see if I do miss the sports truly or if I don't, and then I obviously would have to walk on or something, but I think that's when that decision will be made.
Lance, one last thing for you here. You had told me before you kind of operated a business at one point, doing some stuff in the summer along with playing baseball and working on all of the other sports. Tell the folks about the kind of the side job you had.
Yeah, so throughout the summer I built fence. Dad had a skid loader and a post pounder, so I was pretty much set for that. And yeah, so I would go around and I would build fence. That's pretty much all there is to it. Take it out, put it back. So.
Do you like doing that? That's not an easy job.
No, yeah, definitely. I very much enjoy it. I love seeing progress. So to go out and see progress every day that's definitely the most enjoyable thing for me.
Well, Lance, I appreciate you joining us. Congratulations and best luck this upcoming basketball season.
Thank you very much.
Lance Clayburg again with the Coon Rapids-Bayard Crusaders. Again, he is our Wittrock Motor Company Student Spotlight Athlete of the Month.